Good morning and namaste from Kathmandu in Nepal. In recent weeks, Nepal has experienced a dramatic and rapid rise in COVID-19 cases and deaths. The total number of COVID-19 cases has now crossed 500,000, with more than 100,000 active cases and deaths over 7,300 in a country of 30 million. Although we are beginning to see signs of stabilization and even a slight reduction in the numbers now, the situation remains critical. Last week, Nepal reported over 47,000 new cases and over 1,000 new deaths. The test positivity rate remains extremely high at around 35%, with daily RT-PCR test volumes at the higher bound of available capacity. This is another sign that the actual caseload is higher than that reported. There is not a single district in the country that is without COVID-19 cases and deaths. The wide circulation of B1.617.2, the Delta variant, has also been detected in Nepal, but limited genome sequencing capacity does not allow real-time monitoring of the trend of its spread and dominance. This is to say, Nepal is not out of the woods just yet. While things are very gradually improving in some cities, what we are seeing now is indications that the virus has penetrated rural areas. In such rural settings, there is limited access to secondary health services and lesser inclination among the population to seek early testing and care due to various structural and social issues. And with the lockdown restrictions eventually being eased, new variants still emerging in the Asian region, and lack of reliable supply of vaccines to ramp up coverage rapidly, there is a remarkably high likelihood that Nepal may witness another surge in cases. Nepal's health system is bursting at the seams. The speed of the surge in cases has resulted in acute shortages of essential supplies and human resources, especially oxygen, critical life support equipment, and trained critical care health workers. Hospitals have been forced to turn away patients due to unavailability of beds. Healthcare workers are compelled to carry on with their duties despite experiencing exhaustion and in many cases testing positive themselves. To ensure that the country is better prepared for the next wave, Nepal needs to swiftly increase its hospital surge capacity. It requires dedicated support from international partners and countries to do so. Nepal's reliance on imported liquid oxygen supply has had a detrimental impact on access to oxygen. Heartbreaking stories from COVID-19 hospitals around Nepal, where many patients lost their lives due to delay in receiving oxygen, remind us of the severity of the situation. An urgent need is to set up oxygen plants at all COVID-19 hospitals that have more than 50 beds. Concomitantly, support is needed to scale up public health interventions to prevent and contain the spread of infections. Screening and testing at border points and in communities with sustained spread, effective contact tracing, stringent but humane quarantine and isolation are especially important. Equally important is the enabling of public health and social measures at the community level that are community-led and cognizant of the socio-economic vulnerabilities. WHO and UNICEF have provided necessary support for preparation and implementation of the COVID-19 vaccination drive in Nepal. However, delayed supplies have presently stalled the campaign. If Nepal does not receive vaccine supply soon, we can expect continuation of the hardship that we are seeing now. Only about 7% of Nepal's total population, or just over 2.1 million people, have been immunized. Of these, only over 700,000 have received their second dose. The need of the hour is to immediately provide second doses of AstraZeneca vaccine to the remaining 1.4 million people who are mostly over the age of 65 and in the high risk group. Dr. Tedros, the WHO Director General, has emphasized from the very onset of this pandemic the importance of solidarity between nations. WHO's Regional Director for Southeast Asia, Dr. Poonam, has also appealed for support to Nepal in these trying times. I join them both in calling today for solidarity with Nepal. I appeal to all countries who have reserves of vaccines to please consider sharing them with Nepal as soon as you can. This will be an immediate stopgap measure while efforts continue to be made towards ensuring quicker supplies from COVAX. WHO Nepal has deployed 300 staff across the country who have been working in tandem with various levels of the government to support its COVID-19 response. Through the successful implementation of WHO-supported National Quality Assurance Program, access to quality testing has significantly improved as the number of COVID-19 test labs have risen from merely 1 in March 2020 to 91 this year. WHO also assisted in setting up of a toll-free hotline which has received 250,000 calls and played a crucial role in combating misinformation, dispelling myths and rumors. To strengthen leadership communication and evidence-based decision making, we have engaged directly with parliamentarians at all 7 provinces of Nepal. WHO Nepal has partnered with hospitals, civil society organizations and professional health bodies to advance quick impact projects on mental health in the context of COVID-19. Similarly, innovative projects that ensure inclusion of persons with disabilities in COVID-19 care and prevention have been delivered. As I speak, over 8,000 healthcare workers are receiving training on critical care through a virtual program supported by WHO. WHO has supported the development partners in the country by providing estimates of what is needed and what is priority in Nepal's COVID-19 response. A shipment carrying over 100,000 PPE products is expected to arrive in Kathmandu this week. WHO is working to dispatch 2,000 oxygen concentrators as well as more masks, gloves and medical gowns. We are arranging with our UN partners the delivery of 96-bed COVID-19 treatment facility. These are few of the ways in which we are supporting the COVID-19 response in Nepal. Nepalese have rightfully earned the reputation for being some of the most friendly and generous people in the world. Today, they need your help. They need the world to reciprocate the same level of generosity that they have bestowed upon visitors for years. I hope that you respond to the needs of Nepal. Thank you and Namaste.